What's up? I'm David Longoria. Welcome to the world here on the 24K Music Network. I'm here on the couch with none other than the illustrious and lovely Miss Carol Connors.
Thank you.
And Mr. Steve Bergsman, author and music historian. When you look at this book, you can't look at this book without noticing Elvis in there. And I know that when he passed away that you wrote a very special song because it touched you very much when he left. And tell me about that song.
Elvis was my very, 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 very first boyfriend. And I'll never forget, he fell in love with my voice on To Know Him Is to Love Him. And he would say to the Memphis Mafia, that's the guys that were always around him, he would say, Lamar and Joe Esposito, who was, his right-hand man, he would say, I really love the... Translation, I really love that girl's voice. I'd love to meet her. So about 3 years later, I'm in a market. And Curry Grant, who was one of the Memphis Mafia, came up to me and said, aren't you the girl that sang To Know Him Is to Love Him? And I went, yeah, as I'm buying a carton of milk. He says, well, Elvis Presley would love to meet you. And I went, of course, right. What else is new? Is the sun shining? I got to go buy the milk. So the bottom line is, being that I was my father's daughter, my dad, and not been a gambling man, but jockeys live on the edge. They're standing on a horse. They're living on the edge. I gave him my phone number. Unheard of in those days.
Now, was this in L.A.?
Yes.
It's not Memphis.
No.
Here.
I never went.
Okay.
So he calls, and my mother answers. Curry, not Elvis called many times too, but this was Curry, and he calls and he says, "Okay, I'd like to take you up to Elvis's tomorrow night." And my mother answers the phone and she says, Anetola, there's a guy on the phone about an Elvis Presley. So I went. He was renting a house. They were doing Viva Las Vegas, but he was renting a house with Anne Margaret on Bellagio in Bel Air. And I walked down the steps, and Elvis is in the opposite side of the room. And I mean, he looked like a beautiful cat. And I love cats, as you know. And I felt like a mouse. And he finally came up to me, and he says, first words to me were, so why'd you name the group the Teddy Bears? And I went, oh my God, that's Elvis. And I didn't know what to say. So I said, or sang, just want to be your teddy bear. And that started our love affair. We went together for 9.5 months. I didn't have a baby. Didn't have a baby. I was too stupid. But we stayed friends up until the end. And he was so proud of me for doing Rocky. I mean, I would go to Vegas with my girlfriends, and Joe Esposito would give us... I was there like opening night. And I was there very much at the end when he was with Ginger. And he was just... The irony is that he would have been up against us. He was offered A Star Is Born, and Colonel Parker turned it down.
The male lead in that.
Yeah. Chris Christopherson, the late Christopherson did. I believe, Talia believes, Diane Warren believes that if he, because we're all members of the Academy, if he would have done that film, he would have been nominated for an Oscar. I don't think he would have won it, because I know this is sort of the way the Oscars work. But the bottom line is, we all think he would have been nominated. I think even further out. I think it would have saved his life. The day that he died, I was at the Polo Lounge in a business meeting. And this little man, my height, that used to be the Philip Morris guy, came running in with, I mean, his voice, I'll never forget it. He went, Elvis Presley just died. Elvis Presley just died. And the whole room went into a collective sigh of sadness. I mean, the whole room. And I fell apart, and I went home. I sat down at my piano, and from 4 o'clock in the afternoon till 4 o'clock in the morning, I wrote this song that is the reason all this is happening all these years later. August 16th, 1977. Never changed a note, never changed a word of this song. and it was almost to honor the love affair that I had with him. And it's called You Loved My Night Away.
And I understand you performed this at
Graceland.
That's the first time you've ever been to Graceland.
First time, and I didn't realize it till, because I was wearing these like piano shoes and they're really hard to walk in, so I was concentrating on my walking. But I walked off stage and I turned around and they gave me a standing ovation. And then all these women came up to me afterwards, all different ages, sizes, whatever, and they were crying in front of me about this song. And it was all the feelings that I had for him, and I think that he had for me. Because I really asked Joe Esposito years later, because every woman will ask, did he really like me? Did he really care about me? And Joe said, he adored you, Carol. He just thought you were wonderful. And I to this day believe that when I wrote the song, that he had not left the planet yet. I know I'm not a religious fanatic, but I believe that he was there and he guided me to those chord changes, because 3 major people in the Oscars, 3 major people that heard this song said to me after a sort of pregnant pause, where did you come up with those chord changes, Carol?
They're not normal ones that you would have found.
Exactly.
Somebody whispering
I
them.
had never written them before. I had never thought of them before, and they're all in the song.
Wow. Well, what a powerful story, and I think we need to make sure that people can hear this song because it's just beautiful. It's not released, though, is it?
Not yet, because it's part of the documentary.
It'll be in the movie, though.
Oh, it is in the movie. It's
beautiful.
Predominantly in the movie.
Do you think I could share this with some people in our music world?
Absolutely.
Okay, we'll do it in a secret way. You can go to their houses one at a time. I'll play the guitar.
You'll play guitar and I'll play piano.
It was-
And Lee Holdridge did because I've worked with Lee on many, for Placido Domingo, I wrote 4 songs for Placido. And Lee just wrote the most sensitive arrangement
Beautiful.
of this song.
Beautiful. Well, it's been wonderful having both of you here on the couch talking with us. I'm David Longoria. Welcome to the world. This time with Steve Bergsman, Miss Carol Connors.
Thank you.
And I'm still David Longoria. But we'll see you next time here on Welcome to the World.